What if the most powerful stories in the Bible weren't from kings or prophets, but from women, brave, bold, and often overlooked? Did you know that many biblical women defied kings, outsmarted armies, broke traditions, and even helped shape the future of faith? These are not the stories you hear in Sunday school. These are the hidden truths, the untold lives, the secret strength of biblical women. Let's dive into the powerful, daring, and sometimes shocking lives of these unsung heroines. Number 1. Women who spoke truth in a world that silenced them. In ancient times, women were rarely allowed to speak freely, especially in public or religious settings. But the Bible features many women who dared to speak clearly, courageously, and with divine authority. Take Miriam, sister of Moses. Not only did she protect her baby brother in the reeds of the Nile, but she later led the people of Israel in song and celebration after crossing the Red Sea. Her Song of Miriam is considered one of the oldest passages in the Bible. Deborah, a prophet and judge, didn't just speak, she led an entire nation into battle. At a time when women had little power, she sat under a palm tree settling disputes and offering counsel to warriors and kings alike. Then there's Huldah, another prophetess who interpreted the long-lost book of the law found in the temple. When King Jojo wanted clarity on God's will, he didn't send for a priest. He sent for her. That's how respected her words were. Number 2. Women who let actions speak louder than words. Some biblical women didn't say much, but their actions echoed louder than 1,000 voices. Ruth, the Moabite widow, is a prime example. When her husband died, she refused to leave her grieving mother-in-law Naomi. Her famous line, "Where you go, I will go," is a testament to love and loyalty. Her decision to follow Naomi led to her becoming the great-grandmother of King David. The widow of Zarephath, facing death by starvation, shared her last meal with the prophet Elijah. In return, her flour and oil never ran out, and her son was miraculously brought back to life. Pharaoh's daughter may not have uttered many words in Scripture, but her quiet rebellion, saving baby Moses from death, changed the entire course of history. Number 3. Rule breakers for righteousness. Biblical women often broke the rules, not to rebel, but to do what was right. They followed a higher law gods. Shiphrah and Puah, the Egyptian midwives, defied Pharaoh's direct order to kill Hebrew baby boys. Their civil disobedience not only saved countless lives, but also laid the foundation for the birth of Moses. Esther, a Jewish queen in a Persian court, risked her life by approaching the king uninvited, a crime punishable by death. She did it to save her people from genocide. Her courage gave rise to the Jewish festival of Purim. Joel, a lesser-known figure, drove a tent peg through the head of the enemy commander Sisera while he slept in her tent. That act secured a major victory for Israel. Bold, definitely. Unexpected, completely. Honored, absolutely. Number 4. Women in Jesus' life. Jesus' ministry would not have been the same without the faithful, fearless women who surrounded him. Mary Magdalene, often misunderstood, was not a prostitute, but a loyal disciple. She traveled with Jesus, supported his ministry financially, and was the first person to witness the resurrection. Jesus appeared to her first, not Peter, not John. That says something. The bleeding woman, suffering for 12 years, broke every social and religious norm by touching Jesus' robe in a crowd. Her faith led to instant healing. Jesus didn't rebuke her, he called her daughter. The Samaritan woman at the well. Jesus had his longest recorded conversation with her. He revealed to her that he was the Messiah, and she ran to tell her whole town. Her voice sparked a revival. Number 5. Women as leaders, thinkers, and entrepreneurs. Women in the Bible weren't just helpers, they were leaders, businesswomen, and visionaries. Lydia, mentioned in Acts, was a seller of purple cloth, a luxury trade of the time. She hosted Paul and Silas in her home, and her house became one of the first Christian churches in Europe. The Proverbs 31 woman was a landowner, merchant, and philanthropist. She bought fields, planted vineyards, sold merchandise, and cared for the poor, all while running her household. Even the Queen of Sheba, a foreign monarch, came to test King Solomon with riddles and brought a caravan of wealth. Her meeting with Solomon is recorded in detail, suggesting deep respect between two world leaders. Number 6. Real stories behind the labels. Some women in the Bible have been wrongly shamed or simplified. Bathsheba, often blamed for tempting David, was actually summoned by a king. She had no power to refuse. Yet later, she became the mother of Solomon and a key advisor in royal politics. Tamar, daughter-in-law of Judah, disguised herself as a prostitute not out of sin, but to claim her right to bear a child in a family that abandoned her. Judah later acknowledged, "She is more righteous than I." Rahab, called a prostitute, was also a brilliant strategist. She hid Hebrew spies, negotiated protection for her family, and became part of Jesus' lineage. Number 7. Women as witnesses, messengers, and missionaries. In a world that dismissed the testimony of women, God gave them the most important messages. Anna the prophetess, in her 80s, recognized baby Jesus in the temple and spoke about him to everyone waiting for redemption. At the empty tomb, it was the women who first received the news of the resurrection. Jesus trusted them to deliver this world-changing message. He knew they'd be bold enough to speak the truth, even if the world didn't believe them. Number 8. Power of the unknown and unnamed. Some of the most powerful women in Scripture don't even have names. The Syrophoenician woman, a Gentile, convinced Jesus to heal her daughter, even after he initially refused. Her witty, faithful response earned Jesus praise. The woman with the alabaster jar broke open expensive perfume and anointed Jesus. Others judged her. Jesus honored her. These unnamed women remind us that recognition by God matters more than recognition by people. Number 9. How these women still inspire today. These women weren't background characters. They were central to the story of faith, of struggle, of redemption. Their lives weren't perfect. They faced abuse, betrayal, injustice, and loss. But they also rose above it all. They shaped nations, protected prophets, bore kings, spread the gospel, and changed history. In every generation, women have continued this legacy, breaking barriers, speaking truth, and living faithfully in a world that often overlooks them. Now that you know the secret lives of these powerful biblical women, what lessons can you take into your own life? Were you surprised by their courage, their boldness, their brilliance? There's so much more to explore. More voices, more stories, more truths. If this inspired you, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more powerful content just like this. Let's keep learning. Let's keep uncovering the truth.